Well, hello my fellow car meddlers, how you doing today? Hey, this is a quick video. I wasn't expecting to make one tonight, so sorry if the lighting's not really that great, but I just was over at Andy's and I got the opportunity to pick up a kit early before its release sometime this week. I guess it's going to be out in the stores, so let's take a look at it. And today we are going to take a look at a new kit that's coming out this week from Tamiya, and I am pretty excited about it. As usual from Tamiya, a great looking kit. I got the opportunity to get a hold of one of these things early thanks to Andy at Andy's Hobby Headquarters. I thought I would share it with you guys. So what we have here is a Mazda MX5 RF, which is known better as the Miata here in the States. This is the convertible hardtop version. Tamiya had come out with the ragtop version a while back, and so it's a little bit more of a updated version of that kit. The Mazda Miata is just a really popular car, especially with people wanting to run them on track days, and just a neat, really inexpensive little sports car to jump into and just have a blast driving. And with this kit, there is such great opportunities to not only build a really nice showroom stock car, but if you want to do a little spec racer, put a roll cage in it, race it up a little bit, play with the suspension, drop it. This thing is just really, really cool and a real versatile kit that you can do that with. It's got a lot of great potential here. So let's take a look at it. So here we are inside this wonderful kit, and it looks like a pretty high parts count we got here. So let's first check out this body. And this is, I believe, an all new body, because again, they had the rag top version. Now we've got our hard top roadster version. Yeah, it is pretty nice, typical Tamiya quality. It looks pretty hot. It's a dinky little car. It's 24 scale, but look at how tiny this thing is. But you know, if you've seen the real car, you know how small they are. But it is, of course, a curbside. We don't have an engine, and I know some of you guys boo on that, but I'm telling you, these Tamiya kits are so nice that there is a lot of other opportunities for some really good detail, and just build a really nice model, especially if you're into these little sports cars. This thing is pretty cool looking. From what we see here, we've got a couple of different options here. We'll start with this. I believe this right here, and it shows you got your roof parts. Looking at these parts, it looks like we've got, I believe this is more like the showroom stock seats and wheels. And then in this tree here that has the exhaust and the steering wheel, let's pop this open here. It looks like we got a little more sporty seats, you know, for track days, and a little bit more of a race type wheel, just different wheel options. So you see we've got the two different wheel options. And of course, Tamiya always does excellent with their tires. They've always been known for having really great tires. Let's take a look at them. Let's bust these out. Take a look at one of these babies. I always like Tamiya tires. They're done so well. Look at the tread pattern on those. That is a heck of a nice looking tire. And you can even make them look better with a little bit of sanding and touching up. Here we got the chrome. This looks like the only chrome tree. It's just basically the light housings and everything. We've got ourselves our glass, beautiful crisp windshield, all our lights. We also have here the back window, it looks like, yep, and the side glass. Now moving on to the chassis. Ooh, that is some really nice detail. Look at that. I love how they do the undercarriages on Tamiya kits. It's pretty sweet looking, and it looks like if you wanted to do kind of a gutted interior, you could get away with that. And there's a nice cradle there for the front suspension and the engine. You can see the bottom of the, pretty much just the transmission there. The engine's all hidden here, so they didn't really, didn't put an engine in it. And we've got our upper control arms, all our suspension pieces, and rear end. Super good detail, very crisp. There's some portions for the inside door panels and the side mirrors right there. And last here we've got, let's take a look here. There's your interior tub. Very good detail. Your door panels. If you wanted to do a really quick build and just have the black, I mean, the way they do some of the black casting, you could get away with popping some of this stuff in there without having to paint it. And look at this. This is a very interesting option you don't see in a lot of Tamiya kits, because lots of times they'll do them in right-hand drive. They give you the option of going left-hand drive too. So that is pretty cool. There's your gauge pod right there. There's your left-hand drive for an American version, and of course you would also have to change the cowling and the position of the windshield wipers when you're doing a left or right side steering. So they give you all the pieces to do whichever side you want. If you're here in the States, you're probably going to want to do this. Although I knew a guy here with an older Miata that had a right-hand drive. He got it imported from Japan, and it was a pretty cool car. He used to be a neighbor here and used to see that car zipping around the neighborhood. But that is a really neat option. We've got our masking for the blacking out of around the windows, windshield and the back window, that is. And we've got some nice decals. Let's take a look at these decals. Yep. There's some gauge decals, and I guess there's a few different options there. That's pretty cool. And oh yeah, and here is some chrome decals for the emblems and your side mirrors. And last we have our instruction sheets and our instructions on how to build a model in case you never built one. Tamiya is always good for that, like they did in the Porsche. But check that out. We've got a typical, very nicely done instruction sheet. Gives you all the proper paint markings, you know, gives you the codes for the paints to use. A new 24 scale car kit from Tamiya. A pretty neat subject matter there. I really think that you could have a lot of fun. It's a simple build up with a lot of really good detail parts. You can make yourself an extremely nice looking model. One thing that I really like is I like how we have options of seats and wheels and the steering wheel location. That's a big plus on this kit, I think. That's pretty cool that we get to have our choice of what side we want to put the wheel on, because sometimes it gets frustrating when you get a Tamiya kit and it has right-hand drive and you kind of want to make it because like a car you would have here in the States, and you can't, but they make sure you can. Let's take one last look at this body. That's super cool. I'm going to build a little race car out of it, I think. I may even get a little wacky with it and put some flare extensions on here and even go with a bigger tire. I don't know. Who knows? That's the cool thing about these. But you can make a really cool little spec racer out of it too. It's really simple roll cage. Wouldn't be too hard to bend up some bars and just do a real simple roll cage in there, and you got yourself a little spec racer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe you'll go ahead and if you were on the fence of whether you wanted to get this kit when it comes out, now you see what's in there and the options you have. Yeah, I'd go ahead and go pick it up. Not really sure what it retails for yet, but I would imagine it's probably going to be what, $40 or $50 kit. That's usually what the Tamiya kits have been going for. Not for sure. Don't hold me on that. Don't hold me on it. But nevertheless, it's definitely worth it. It's a beautiful little kit, as usual, from Tamiya. So I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know, it's just a neat opportunity to get a hold of a kit right when it's coming out. I want to show you guys. It's got a lot of great opportunities there. You make a little track car, make a nice little street car out of it. You can go left-hand drive, right-hand drive, different types of wheels. Not a lot of times you get that all in one kit, so that's pretty cool, and it is top quality. So thank you very much for your support. Go give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We got plenty more content coming to you, and I want to thank you guys. And remember, we've got our Teespring account. We got some great shirts and mugs and all kinds of stuff. We got some new shirts coming out here soon. Help support the channel. Let's help keep this thing going. I got so many more ideas and so many neat things I want to bring to you guys. Help you out with your hobby and your enjoyment in the hobby. That's what I'm here for. So everything that you can do to help support helps me keep doing these videos. So everything's down in the description below, my link to my Patreon. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep on coming back. Share. Let everybody know. Join the Model Car Hobby Headquarters Facebook group. That thing's getting big. There's a lot of great builders on there. A lot of great stuff gets put up there. It's really informative. I'm learning stuff off of there. And meeting a lot of you guys, talking to you. I'm on there. And I read every comment. And I appreciate it. So thanks a lot. And remember, this is me, Luka Cee. Keep gluing those fingers together and keep cutting that styrene. And we'll see you in the next video. Give this a, please give, please give us a like and subscribe and, yeah.